My name is Alex Nielsen here, and this is my business called Media the Past. It's going to be a physical media store, and it's going to be a physical store and also an e-commerce website direct to consumer, and we offer all types of physical media. So let's dive in. So, so as I kind of talked about, it's going to be a store that's going to sell new, old, all types of physical media. So whether it's movies, TV shows, video games, vinyl records, you name it, we will sell it. We are planning to have a physical store in Richmond that's going to be kind of close to some neighboring counties like Henrico in the Short Pump area. And the goal is to really provide the best customer service in this space. A lot of us have known, especially working with buying stuff off Amazon, the quality has been dipping. It's been taking them longer to ship products to direct to consumer now. And I think a lot of us are getting fed up with that. And honestly, I am. I'm getting very annoyed with them. And I'm like, I see online people want a store, a better website, a better alternative to Amazon because they're just not meeting the current market's needs. And I think that's really where the idea came from. And this is basically the turn this business into what I feel like I would personally want, along with a lot of people in this specific customer base. So we're going to talk a little about the business. As I've kind of addressed a lot of stuff. Our target customers, 20 to 70-year-olds, and we really did this because fans of this stuff vary so much from demographics to age to incomes. All like everybody, like some people love these products, and we really want to cater specific to each of these specific demographics. And I really think we're going to have a lot of good offerings for that, and we're going to distribute our products in person along with online direct customers. So yeah, I'm the only person right now until I post some stuff on LinkedIn, and we're going to see if anyone wants to join me. But right now, I'm just going to run the business for now, the time being, until I can hire some great individuals. So our core products, as I talked briefly about this, are going to be our movies, our TV shows, our vinyl records, our video games. And all of this is going to depend on the quality, the condition, how new it is. That's really so. We're going to have anywhere the prices can vary from $10 to say $100. Really is going to depend on those factors. I wish I could get more specifics, but that's kind of the way we're going to structure it. Depending on if it's new, if it's used, how good the condition it is, stuff like that. And that's really what we're going to use to ground our prices. And we're going to make sure they're either at the market or a little bit lower to really add a lot of value for our customers. All right, so our target market, I've talked briefly about this, but it's 27-year-olds. We're going to cater all genders, and I meant to change this. It's going to be lower class, middle class, and upper class, and we're really going to divide out the store kind of in that way. Not really, but have different sections. We're going to have our used media. We're going to have our newer media. We're going to have our collectibles. We're going to kind of have like these little areas in the store, but it all flows together. It's not like a huge standout. We're just going to have like smaller little signs for just so customers know what the product is, and if it's new, used, sort of stuff like that. And really, we know they really want these high quality products and more variety than the major retailers are going to offer. And our audience is going to be in the Richmond area. So it's also going to be neighboring areas. So our Henrico, our Short Pump, and Lothian. So a lot of our neighboring counties, and we're really going to try to put it kind of close to all of them, so that way it's a reasonable drive. Because I don't think anyone's going to want to drive more than 20 to 30 minutes. So I really try to keep that in mind when deciding where to put the business at. All right, so got 49% of our target audience lives and is I can reach via this business. And I've kind of talked about this, 20 to 70-year-olds. We're going to have a median income around 50,000 to 200,000, kind of in that range as I was already talking about, and that's really what we're going to cater to. All right, the competition, everyone's favorite slide. All right, so as you all know, the obvious one we're going to have to mention them is good old Amazon. And I've kind of talked about what they're good at, which was their online store, their fast distribution to customers. Definitely better than what it was 10 years ago, 15, 20. And the problem is they have good customer service, but it's not that great. It's like declining, and it's just getting kind of worse in my opinion as they've gone on, as they've been having more monopoly over the retail industry. And then second, Charles, you may not be familiar with them. They are they're kind of like a retail store in the mid-Atlantic chain. They do heavily sell books along with the physical media. So they really are a bookstore, kind of like Barnes and Noble, but they have a lot more of the used video games. They've got Funko Pops, they've got vinyl records, comic books. They really do a lot of things, but they only have like a couple stores in a couple states. So Alabama, Georgia, Virginia, Texas, and Louisiana. So not, I think there is room for me to pass to be able to fit into this market and compete. I really think so. And this is where I kind of talk about that in more detail, which we already did. So the market needs we're going to fulfill. We're going to offer the best quality product available and the more variety of product, especially older releases, to our customers, because that's what they really want. They want that variety. They want these options. They want to see stuff that they could get only here. Not they can get stuff that Amazon won't carry or Second Charles. They want unique products, and they also want a unique experience to bundle with that. And that's a perfect transition into our marketing communications plan and how we're going to promote this business. So I've noticed, I think for businesses starting, especially restaurants, Google reviews. Google reviews, we're always going to encourage that. Please rate us on Google reviews, that because I've noticed that if you can get the algorithm right, you can have your stores pop up in your search results when you get kind of close to a certain area. So we want to try and get media to pass some recognition. We're also going to do the email list. So the email list is very, very, very useful. I've talked to some small business owners myself. This is a very good way to build customer engagement and also let them know what's going on. So we're going to really let people know about local events, stuff we're doing with local restaurants or other smaller stores, events. And we're also letting them know about new products arriving and special things that we want to highlight. Social media pages we're also going to have them update like around once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. We're going to let them know about promotions, week deals, cool events going on, stuff going on in the community. So we're really going to try and build the community experience. We're going to really tie it into the community more than just selling physical media. We want to have ties to the community. We want to support like other smaller businesses. We want to kind of drive more engagement with the community and really get to know them and have special stuff for them. So like movie nights, board game nights, or we have like special events like a local restaurant nearby or something like that. So we really want to build more engagement with this community. Distribution plan. So it's pretty simple. We're going to buy the media in bulk. We are then going to ship the media to our retail stores, or we're also going to have it in our stores as well. But we're also going to be able to ship it direct to consumer, or they can buy it in store. Okay, operation management. So for this right now, you can probably guess it's going to be a sole proprietorship. For now, it may grow to a partnership, or who knows, maybe even a corporation. Who knows where this is going to go? But for now, it's going to be a sole proprietorship. So it's just going to be me for now until we can maybe hire some great people to work for me. But it's just going to give me creative control of the business, and that's mainly why I chose it. All right, so this is what our organizational chart is going to look like in 10 to 20 years. It's not going to be right out of the get-go, but this is kind of what I think would be very beneficial to the store. We're going to have people oversee these smaller departments or even stores, depending on how much we expand in the future. So our operating expenses. All right. So the way I did this, and I want to kind of talk through a bit about this, how we got to this stuff, is I kept a lot of this, like our best example right now is our operating expenses. I do work in retail. I can kind of speak to it. I kept it pretty consistent up until the holidays. The holidays are the busiest time of year. We're probably going to get some overtime. We're probably going to hire more people. So we really tried to factor that in. And it was more expensive than I realized. Like even like the rent's going to go up. So this is just a rough estimate. So these numbers are probably going to get more expensive as time goes on before I actually pitch this business effectively to a potential investor. And what I want to talk about cost of goods sold. So I categorized it by all the types of media, and then kind of a similar thing. We're gonna order more in the holiday time periods. That's how all stores operate, and it's been proven to be successful. So we're gonna increase, and the vinyls are gonna cost more. I want to talk about why vinyls cost more than all the rest of them. Vinyls are extremely fragile. If you've not bought them, they can be affected by sunlight. So the packaging, the way we're gonna have to ship these, is gonna be very expensive. And I've kind of put that into this calculation a lot more expense than I think I'm going to need. just so that way, if we go under, that's great. But just to prepare people for and prepare me when I build a budget for this to account for that, because that is going to be the most expensive item in the entire store, the vinyl records, just due to how fragile and how easily damageable they can be in transit or in shipping or being shipped to consumer. So I want to account for that. But it also was about kind of where I expected a little bit more. But once again, these numbers are going to fluctuate once I officially pitch this business to any investors or to any banks. But I did want to at least give you all an idea of what the financials look like. All right, our profit and loss. So once again, I do want to talk about this as well. This is about a rough estimate as well. But what I want to say for retail is very risky. So I kind of predicted based off numbers I calculated that we're going to sell probably more in the holidays to make up for if we don't sell as much during like the winter time or the spring. So overall, it does seem profitable, but I do want to at least be honest that this is also, I think everyone who can read this is it's probably not going to play out this exact way, but at the same time, I think I can see there is potential for this to be profitable, and I was glad I kind of found that out using this table. Alrighty, feasibility business, and we kind of talked about this. It is profitable, and thank you all for your time. I appreciate you all listening to me, and I hope you consider following us and maybe supporting us in the future with any Kickstarter plans or any promotions to help get the business running. Thank you for your time, and hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.